is awesome. It's a great place to work. It's a great place to raise your own family. We're not going to grind people into the ground. We want people to have a great work-life balance here at Cutter & Buck. We've been part of the Seattle community since 1989. We were founded as a men's sportswear brand. Early on, we found an audience in the golf space as golf was really booming in the 90s. And then we started branching out, and now we've grown our business in corporate. We have a really awesome licensed products business. We have a specialty retail business, and e-commerce is really where we're growing the very most today. Our business model is really an omni-channel business model. So we work to service all of the channels that are available to us with the same collection of products, with the same fulfillment and decoration operations. And decoration really sets us apart. We produce and create a lot of decorated products with team logos on them, or university logos, or pro sports teams logos, and that to deliver directly to consumers. Our ability to have the stock on the shelf and then decorate it very quickly and fulfill those orders fast, even down to 1 unit at a time, is something that makes Cutter & Buck really special. Our customer base wants their orders really to ship same day if they're undecorated, and if they're decorated, they want those orders to ship in just a couple of days. So we were just running out of daylight.
When we moved into this building in 2000, it was pretty state-of-the-art. An order would come in, and they would pick directly into the boxes that were going to ship. They'd create a cart of 3 or 4 different cartons, and then they'd walk through the first floor picking everything for that cart. When they were complete, they'd put those on the conveyor, walk all around that 20,000 square foot second floor, and then again on the third floor of the pick module.
So at a certain point, we say, okay, we got to get a lot more efficient and more effective at getting orders out the door. We're a sister company of New Wave Group, and myself and several other executives at Cutter & Buck and people that work here have had a chance to visit those operations. And a couple of those operations had installed AutoStore systems. And we were looking at those operations as being quite slow compared to how we were operating. It turned out later that you just don't have to run around that much when you're using an AutoStore system. So what looked slow to me was just nice, steady work. And so we started looking at that and saying, okay, this is the kind of breakthrough that we need in our operations. We found an incredible partnership with Cardex, who is an implementer for us here in the United States. And boy, they just went above and beyond to walk us through how the AutoStore system could really change our business. So whereas before picking was a bottleneck for us, and now with AutoStore, that's not a bottleneck at all. So we're free to optimize all of these other processes that we need to do that our customers are demanding of us. And AutoStore just kind of fades into the background as being this really incredible platform that we can build our business around.
Cardex has been especially helpful because we decorate product and ship blank product. We needed to create a number of different order types within the Cardex system so that they could come out to specific ports. We didn't want to have totes that would go to embroidery at the same port that we had blank order coming out.
The real win, the incredible win for us at Cutter & Buck was that we did not have any downtime between systems.
It was really simple to put the AutoStore in once we ground the floor, put the fire suppression ceiling above it.
The AutoStore module, which is just behind me here, goes up in just a few weeks.
It went around 6 of our columns in the building. It looks like the building was designed to have the AutoStore right where it is.
Our building here in Renton, Washington is 180,000 square feet. We have about 10,000 square feet of footprint dedicated to the AutoStore system. So just a very small fraction of our overall operation here.
We built the AutoStore with a 5-year plan in mind. We have an abundance of capacity right now.
Today we have 2 induction ports, 9 picking ports,
and 54 robots, 36,000 bins.
The human interface with AutoStore at the pick ports is really comfortable. It's super user-friendly. with the carousels, just delivering the totes to each picker.
When a new order starts, Kardex AutoStore will bring the bin with the product in it to the port. The employee will scan the barcode. The system will tell them how many units they need to pull, put it in the container, box, or bin going to embroidery, and they go through the process again until every line on the order is complete.
The AutoStore fulfillment is usually in single minutes, so we can have an order that comes into our one of our websites is into a pick ticket. We're picking, packed, and on our way in less than 10 minutes. As the supply chain has been a little bit more tumultuous the last few years, we really like the flexibility and the speed that AutoStore gets us. We can move products really same day out of a shipping container. They can be pickable in the AutoStore system in the same day. If your freight's coming in a little late, you can get it turned and ready to be pickable really fast in an AutoStore environment. We have exact knowledge of how many units we have in every single SKU that's available to ship that day. So we know exactly what we have all the time. That's reduced our need for cycle counting. We don't have to use the inventory cycle counting anymore. So it's giving us a lot more control and also just easing that. So we trust the system system knows exactly where everything is, and then we're able to use that to power our business. Sustainability is very important to Cutter & Buck, and it has been for many years.
I believe 10 robots use the energy of one home vacuum cleaner, so it definitely uses less electricity than most other options.
And the energy that they use is regenerated. They let that tote down, it regenerates the batteries on the robotic automation. So not only is it more sustainable from an energy use level, and thankfully up here in the Pacific Northwest, most of our energy is from hydropower, so we're using primarily clean power here in the Northwest anyway, but then it also leads to greater employee satisfaction. The noise level coming down so much within our operation without having that conveyor and all those carts rolling around and things like that, it's a much more tranquil place to work. AutoStore, just opening August 5th of last year, it helped us to have our largest fourth quarter that we've ever had in the history of Cutter & Buck. And we also had the most profitable fourth quarter we've ever had in the history of Cutter & Buck. And a large part of that is built on the speed and the efficiency that we get through all of our processes. And the cornerstone of that process here, this operation, is AutoStore. The AutoStore, though it is a big investment, it's such a huge difference in lowering your costs of your picking and fulfillment operation that even if you have a system that's paid off, you can look at it and conceivably come out ahead like we have.
We couldn't have delivered what the customer wants without AutoStore with the growth track that we were on. The partnership with Kardex AutoStore has been critical to our success.
Well, we've got a little bit more complicated operation. We have this huge embroidery operation. We have these value-added services we have to do. And I will tell you that it's made even a bigger difference for us than most companies who just pack and ship blanks. Because again, it superpowers all of these other systems there. So when we looked at the other automation systems, it's starting to become really no comparison with the speed and efficiency we're going to be able to get out of AutoStore.
I would definitely encourage anyone that needs more capacity, growth, or to reduce costs. AutoStore and Kardex FulfillX are the way to go.